If you've ever talked to a Destiny player, well, first of all, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but you also may be familiar with the classic expression, "I hate Destiny 2. It's my favorite game." I have never actually felt this way.
Oh fuck.
It might
What
be
the
over.
fuck happened? No, I got it. I
And
got it. I got it. I got it.
and
Let let's do the
God
thing.
damn.
Never
Guys
taking off
fucking
thunder.
thunder crashes every problem.
In my over 2,500 hours of playing Destiny over the last 8 years, I've never hated the game. I've felt frustration, I've felt disappointment and anger, but never hatred. For all of its faults, Destiny 2 has been a really incredible journey over the years, and in the incredibly unlikely chance that someone who's worked as a developer on the game ends up watching this, I really want to sincerely thank you. This game and its incredible devs and community have given me so many amazing memories and interactions over the years. And yet, Destiny 2 is a game that I have not been able to recommend to anyone for a long time now. Why? Well, because the game I experienced no longer exists. And I don't mean that in a new update bad, old update good, I miss being a teenager kind of way. I mean, like, more than half of the game I loved over the years does not exist in any sort of playable format. Let me be clear, this is not a Destiny is dying video or a Bungie hate video or anything like that. While I do have many obvious concerns about the state of the game and Bungie as a company, that's not my main issue here. I have written and scrapped 6 or 7 different scripts to this video because what I want to say is simultaneously so simple that it can be communicated in one sentence, but has so many ramifications for not just one of my favorite games, but one of my favorite pieces of media, period. It's also a topic that's been talked about to death. If you're on the outside looking in at Destiny, the one thing you probably know is that Bungie has deleted a great deal of content that players have paid for. And that's the thrust of it, right? Players paid for the content, Bungie allowed it to be experienced for a period of time, and then removed it from the game with no guarantee it would ever return. It got put into the Destiny content vault, and very little of that content would ever be added back to the game. This pattern being repeated year over year over year really sucks and leads to the game feeling small, uncoordinated, and incomplete. End of video, right? And yet there is something so much deeper, I feel like, than just players feeling scammed out of their money. In one of the few videos that's actually done really well on this channel, I talked about Blacklight Retribution, one of my favorite childhood games shutting down its servers on PC. I talked about how, yes, it's kinda silly to feel like you're mourning over the death of a game, but it's like never being able to watch your favorite childhood movie again, or read a book you loved growing up. And going back to Destiny 2, it just feels strange. It's not just that activities and stories have been removed, I feel like the core of the game has been ripped out. The rest of the game is like perfectly intact. The gameplay is better than ever, the abilities are cool, the guns feel great to shoot, and there's a ton of build variety. The mechanics work well, encounters are interesting, the environments are beautiful, but it just feels so disparate. Like no one part of the game touches anything else. It feels stupid to say, but I have a daughter now. That's not the stupid part. Bear with me. She's less than a year old, so she's not exactly raid ready, and who knows if she'll even like video games, but I'd be lying if I said I haven't been excited by the idea of showing my daughter some of the books, shows, movies, and games that I've enjoyed, and seeing if she likes them too. I don't want to force my interests on her or anything. I want her to grow up with the freedom to become her own person, but the idea of us bonding over a piece of media or art that's brought me happiness over the years fills me with just I don't even know how to describe the feeling. And yet, for this game, something that was a major part of my life and something that gave me a lot of good memories, I can't. I literally can't. I can't take her through the Red War. I can't see the look on her face when we save Saint 14 or when we meet Uldren Solve revived as Crow for the first time. She can't experience humanity slowly learning to make peace with Kaido's Cabal forces, or watch Rasputin sacrifice himself to save humanity, or see Zavala reach out a hand to the man who murdered his friend in cold blood. It's just not there anymore. It's not accessible in any way. And again, as I'm typing the script out, it it admittedly sounds pretty stupid, right? The idea of a grown man complaining that he can't show his kid his favorite nerdy sci-fi video game, something I really can't even be sure she'd like in the first place. And yet, I just can't help it. And it's not just about her, obviously. It's a significantly larger issue. It is now impossible for any new player to experience Destiny 2. Destiny as a complete and total experience is something I would recommend to anyone with even like a passing interest in video games. It's an incredible space opera full of twists and turns and unraveling mysteries and so much cool stuff to do. But Destiny 2 as a game now is something I would struggle to even recommend to fans of looter shooters. The story and experience that is Destiny's Light and Darkness saga, a narrative and world over a decade in the making, is locked to a specific number of players who are able to experience every piece of content as it was added and before it was removed. And I'm sorry, Destiny 3 won't fix this problem. Don't get me wrong, I would love a Destiny 3. I would be so hyped. I would be the first pre-order in line, but leaving Destiny 2 in this incomplete, fractured state feels like a tragedy. Unlike most MMOs that grow and become more content-rich with more things to sink your teeth into over time, Destiny 2 feels smaller. It feels simpler, like it's disconnected from itself. It's no longer an experience. It's no longer a series of new challenges and activities and enemies to face in aid of a narrative full of interesting twists and turns and characters we come to know and care about. It's a series of menus and individual game modes you run in order to get better gear. And before I get the comments, yes, of course it was always mostly that, okay? It's a looter shooter. Obviously grinding for better gear and weapons is a massive part of the appeal, right? But the structure, the ideas, the narratives, and context, really just context holding this game together have completely fallen apart. Bungie ripped out the foundation of Destiny 2 and is wondering why the house looks like it's finally starting to crumble. Destiny isn't Fortnite. It's not just a fun sandbox full of content you can destroy or add to without worrying about the impact. It's a universe, a narrative, a world that a lot of people have spent over a decade in and care about deeply. There are obviously a lot of other problems with Destiny at the moment and a ton of problems with Bungie as a studio, but none of them impact how I feel about this franchise even half as much as the deletion of narrative and gameplay content. If the Content Vault was truly the only possible way for Destiny to continue as a franchise, well, I guess I hope it was worth it. Because Destiny 2, as someone who's experienced everything from the Red War to the final shape, was an incredible journey, and one that, without exaggeration, I will probably remember for the rest of my life. And unfortunately, it seems to be an experience that no one else will ever get to play again. Thanks for watching.